Finally, I'm at a point where I'm actually fully caught up. Now I can actually get onto some new stuff. Hello everybody, my name is David, you can call me Zen, and welcome back to another episode of talesofarise. In the last episode, we beat Valron. We don't know where his body is. The assistant ladies that's been following all the lores the entire game decided to make themselves relevant and take the Renis Alma. And there's also Massacre of Darkness. This time, we are going to basically figure out what's our next steps. It's been a month since a month in game, not a month since the recording. But yeah, it's been a month since the effects of Valron have ended. So now we actually have the capabilities of exploring this castle by which we weren't able before. So I honestly don't entirely know what to expect, but we have some new avenues to explore. So I'm kind of excited. Oh, okay, I see. But yeah, this castle's absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I don't want to undersell that whatsoever. But let's go ahead and meet up with Shion because she probably has some kind words for us since it's been a month.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
That's good.
Like what?
Being a maiden, whether I really am a descendant of Naori, those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
What would she be mad for?
I destroyed the Renis Alma. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
Wait, so he did it? Wait, he did destroy it?
Appear in front of me. It reminded me of what happened back on Lenegis. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
That's what I'm thinking.
Then why are
Don't.
you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Valron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Dang, she's a little bit distant. But honestly, with everything that's happened to her, I don't blame her for having as much as she has had on her mind.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance.
Okay, let's go on and listen to this skit.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because
Oh,
of
she
your feelings,
cares.
Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand. Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
No, make him understand.
Does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay.
Not this awkward romance
In that
phase.
case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Aw, they were starting to get cute, and now I'm like, what's going on here? Actually, we should be able to just fast travel to the castle entrance now. Thinking about, oh, they're not letting me fast travel. I wonder why that is. Okay, so that's rooftop corridor. Yeah. They won't let me fast travel to the entrance. I actually just have to walk there. That's honestly a little bit disrespectful. But I guess there might be we might pick up more party members on the way down, is probably my guess. I mean, that's the only other reason why they probably wouldn't let us go down the fast way, just because each, like, as we reach a different area to each one, then, like, you know, maybe Rinwell or Law is just sitting out here, right? Am I right? No? Well, then what the heck, game? Why can't it appease my laziness? Yeah, it's not the end of the world, in all honesty, so... Especially since we can just do the fast travel method of just dropping. And it's so nice to, like, visit this area without there being any neighboring, like, monsters or anything like that. And don't mind me being paranoid. I want to make sure that I've gotten all the loot here. You know, I'm gonna trust myself. I think I did a good job. So, we are just gonna go to the entrance. We're just gonna experience more story, and it's gonna be fine. Okay, so everyone should be downstairs, yeah? Oh wait, there are people here. Oh, you can tell that they don't know what to do with themselves. That's so funny. They're like, it's working. Okay, so we've gotten to the bottom of the castle. I guess, are they talking about the big fence? Oh, this is kind of cool. Everyone's trying to, like, do something. They're trying to be productive, but they're using, like, whole brooms. Which, I don't know about you guys, but I find that absolutely hilarious. Oh, Dolim, okay. We found someone else.
You two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever.
Probably whatever they are doing is probably going to take time.
Nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
Because Darkness Core is a Rena exclusive element.
No, that was the first I learned about that too, or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many.
But I wonder what Xion can do now that she has
answers,
maiden powers.
particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Maybe she'll get a second mystic art, and I'll have to learn how to show that
I'd
off.
say it was an astral art, but hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can
We
say that
love a
again.
little,
We
like,
have more than enough
addressing
to
a
deal
small
with as
plot
it is.
thread.
Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
Okay, so the castle entrance should be right here, right? So everybody else should be here. Yeah, we got the little star. We got it. We got it. So I guess it's time for us to establish our new status quo, right?
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
Forced side quest?
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
He probably ate all of his and he's still hungry.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that.
Actually, yeah, what is the problem? Does he just not know to remember to, like, eat?
So you have your rations, and it's enough food. But there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, he he doesn't know that he needs to eat when he's hungry.
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
Okay.
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
All right. So there's someone who's trying to steal all the rations in the
Are
castle.
you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
That's disrespectful.
This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
All right. Well, we're probably heading back to, I was about to say we have so we have skits now. I'm just curious to see if, like, oh yep, we're back in side quest town, everybody.
Follow any orders they're given.
But we should probably take the side quests once we're, like, leaving the castle, or, like, once we're about to leave anyway.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately, it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt.
I agree with
Besides, you've seen all
Grinwell
the
here.
same things I have.
But I
You
think
know
both
as well as
Grinwell
I do
and
that
Law's
those in the
opinions here are
world
kind of both
won't
valid.
solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lennigus remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate?
Grinwell also has a great point there. All right, missing Renan soldiers.
Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
I don't know if grunting and looking in a direction will get you very far.
And not just out of the castle either, the city too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Danans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
Because they probably know that Volron's somewhere safe.
They can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lennigus, do you?
It's not
Yeah, that's a good
completely out of the
theory.
question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere
That's
near ready to
that's a
defend
foreshadowing moment right there if I've ever
themselves.
seen one.
Another headache to worry about.
Oh my goodness, I was like, they're just throwing the skits on us today now that everybody's here.
Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me. We all need salt in order to survive.
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
No, not licking
Why would
rocks.
anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like.
Kisara,
Even more than
no.
salt.
Baby girl, no.
Perhaps to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we
Kisara, girl, what you doing?
She's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Okay, so we can head back there. There's also the side quests. I don't think we should do this. Like I said, I don't think we should do the side quests just quite yet. I definitely think we should head back into the castle and see what's going on with this ration situation. Except, you know, just taking the main path is a lot easier. Wait, this is a Renan soldier.
Very well.
All right. I'll use my gumshoe voice. All right, you're clear. You can leave.
Well,
Somehow I'm surprised and not surprised to see them here. So you're the guys hoarding all the rations. What are you doing? Get back to your positions. Excuse me? I'll say it one more time. Get back to your position. What's this guy's deal? Any slave who disobeys orders must be put to death. So says Lord Volron.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Hey.
Seem that way. They must think we're just damaged from the town.
whatever's going on.
All right, so looks like we do have a not a bottle, but a battle to actually do. It's been, I'll say it's been like 2 seconds since I've lasted a battle, so it's gonna be nice to, you know, get the fingies a little warmed up for the episode, just in case we have to do any more. But now it's kind of intriguing that there are the baddies here. And, you know, it's also intriguing the fact that I still can't land like half the skills that I'd be using sometimes. But obviously I know that we're in very much so filler territory right now. But I am genuinely curious about where the game's actually going to kind of go from. I know it has to be a little bit filler territory for now just because we need to wind down after everything that's happened. Ugh. So it wasn't a Danon stockpiling the rations, it was some of Volron's soldiers hiding out in his castle. Yeah, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or freaked out about it. What are you guys, what are you guys trying to accomplish? Are you out trying to get vengeance for Volron? What's going on here? Something's weird about all this. Are you men aware that Lord Volron's no longer around?
You don't say.
These soldiers seem to think only of the orders that were given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise, just like the Danons here. Looking back on it, I did feel like the soldiers we fought before were mindless. If that's true, then they haven't been hiding out here. They've just been going on their business as usual. But that doesn't explain why all hell didn't break loose with these guys once Volron was gone, like we've seen elsewhere. A month has passed since Volron's vanished. It's entirely possible that things may be starting to crumble at the fringes. But the fact that they haven't to any degree has allowed these... What a sentence! Hold on. But the fact that they haven't to any degree has allowed these soldiers to carry on as though it were business as usual. Excuse me? That top half of the sentence isn't jiving with me. Not one bit. Whatever the reason, we can't just let these guys keep walking around. We should bring them into the barracks for the time being. I agree, but I don't know if they're gonna come quietly. Ahem. Listen to me carefully, men. I am Lord Dohalim Ilkaras. I have an order for you. Lord Dohalim? But sir, we serve. Lord Volron has left his realm and is no longer its ruler. Therefore, in accordance with Renan law, you must all pledge your allegiance to me. So, you expect us to serve you now, my lord? If you wish to respect the Renan rule of law, then yes, that is precisely correct. Of course, we shall follow your orders, Lord Dohalim.
Wow!
Holy crap, I can't believe that worked. This should suffice for the time being. Let's bring these men into the barracks and then speak with Ganya once more.
I can't believe how
Interesting.
quickly you got all the soldiers to obey you, Dooley.
Actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me
But
personally.
I like that he's still technically, like, you can still use his Lord card. And I don't know why, but when I said Lord card, I literally just thought of the music artist almost instantaneously, rather than just like a king, you know? Oh sweet, they did have a fast travel point right here. I was gonna be sad if they didn't.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Okay, so let's talk to him and actually get this all straightened out.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I would hope so.
Get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
He, once again,
But if
he's
they do
speaking.
start operating
Speak the
independently
truth.
again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes.
I don't know what's
There
going to be
was
the
no
best
way
course
to
of
avoid
action
the
for them.
deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not
I mean, it's a
intervened,
Band-Aid.
more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. It all comes to be a part of, you know,
What's going
fixing
to
the
happen to
kingdom.
The Renans here now.
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
Death only causes more death.
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant.
I get where he's
Never
coming
stopped,
from.
Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them.
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place.
Death begets death.
People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Not every Renan.
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right,
Yep.
Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I
Exactly.
want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
See?
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
See, you get it.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
So I guess the purpose of this little mini side quest was to showcase, like, not everybody's gonna be super trustworthy of the Renans.
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that.
Because some of them are gonna think like Ganya was.
Once they realize how cruel Volron was to them.
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
Yeah.
And all that trouble we went through to get rid of the lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
No.
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood.
But everybody's been very well spoken during this skit.
Problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Yeah, everyone was very well spoken during this, so that's why I was like, I was pretty happy with that skit overall. I think I do want to say that everybody was very well spoken during that. I'll give you Inferno Punch. Yeah, we're getting to a point where, like, hopefully, like, I can do some SP grinding eventually. I don't know if there's a good spot to do that in. They haven't made a roasted chicken yet?
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Kisara there. I do think we need a little bit of a breather type of moment. At least for like a little bit, right?
Maybe
There's, oh wait,
so. But I'll still take
Poodle?
that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
all right, before we try to help this poor soul out. All right, let's look across the way. Okay, so that's too far. I wonder where this owl is. Some of these owls be making, oh, there you are. What a noise for the owl to make. So yeah, we have that side quest for that poor soul standing over there. We also have something for someone over there. We just came from level 3, and we have 2 more at level 1, and I think that this is probably an inn right here. So we do actually have a good amount of work to do, and I think that might be better suited for another episode. So I think this is as good a time as any to go ahead and end things off. So thank you guys also very much for watching today's episode of Tales of Arise. Next time, we're going to be helping out the citizens of Pelagian and kind of make sure that they are all good to go before we set out on our next steps in our journey. So As always, I appreciate any likes or subscribes, anything to kind of boost the little algorithm a little bit more to help me out in the long run. And so, I'll go on ahead and I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? You guys have a fantastic rest of your day.